Hey, what's up, Brave Nation? I'm Tamburo. I'm the head athletic trainer here in the UNCP Jones Center. Today we're going to take you on a little tour through our athletic training facility. Here in the UNCP Jones Center, our athletic training facility, 16 varsity sports, 15 of which actually operate solely out of this athletic training room. We're very fortunate to have the staff that we have as well. We actually have 8 certified athletic trainers on our staff. That really helps us be able to have one athletic trainer with at the very most 2 teams, so we're able to really specialize and to really take care of each individual team's needs, not something you typically see across the Division II setting. So we're very fortunate to have that. Another thing we're very fortunate to have is obviously a room of this size. Typically we use this space here for our rehabilitation area. It's a very large space. We have all the tools that we would need depending on what stage of a rehab process that you're in. Another great thing about having all the space is what a lot of teams will do and what a lot of athletes like to use this space for is pre-practice warm-up or a post-practice recovery. We're able to house a lot of athletes at one time. You know, at peak hours you might walk in here and see anywhere between 20 and 60 athletes. Here within our rehabilitation area, we also have what we kind of call recovery corner. So we actually have 3 Normatec devices in this athletic training room where athletes are able to utilize several different instruments. A Normatec device is what we call intermittent compression. Starts in the feet, builds up into the hips, or starts in the hands and builds up into the shoulder. We have several different sleeves where athletes can wear a boot, what we call it, from their feet up to their hips, or we have a sleeve that just operates solely at the hips. Then we also have a sleeve that goes from the shoulder down to the hand. We utilize this for a lot of different reasons. Part of it may be rehabilitation, depending on where you're at in your rehab process. If you're starting to get a little sore, fatigue starting to build up, if you're a post-surgery patient. But what a lot of our athletes love and where we really make our money on this is recovery. You know, if you've had a hard practice, or if you got a day off in between a game, or maybe it's right after a game, or it was a particularly strenuous game, a lot of our athletes utilize this stuff for recovery. One of the biggest features we have here in the athletic training facility is our hydrotherapy area. We're very fortunate as a Division II institution to have these pools. You're not going to see this a lot of time around the country, but we have 2 900-gallon plunge pools. One is a hot tub, one is a cold tub. We keep the hot tub operating at about 101 degrees. We keep the cold tub operating at about 50, 51 degrees. Student athletes typically prefer the hot tub over the cold tub, but we utilize these for a lot of different reasons as well. This could be part of your rehab protocol. This could be warming up before you go to rehab. This could be warming up before you go to practice. This could be post-practice, coming in, you know, muscles are sore, don't really feel that good. I want to get into the cold pool, kind of reset the body a little bit, get out, you're going to feel a lot more fresh. What a lot of our athletic trainers here at UNCP do is we utilize both pools simultaneously. We call it a contrast bath, where we have them, depending on who they are and what their needs are, maybe do 2 minutes in the cold pool, 3 minutes in the hot pool, and we try to have them shuffle back and forth 3 or 4 times, trying to create almost a lymphatic pump, try to get some of the lactic acid, try to get some of that soreness out after a hard practice. On this side we have what's called our SwimX. This is a 3,300-gallon pool. We have a lot of different features in this pool. There's multiple levels to the pool. We have 3 levels where, depending on the height of the athlete or the needs of the athletic trainer or the needs of that athlete in the rehabilitation protocol, we can take the floors out, put the floors back in. It also has a turbine where we can turn on the turbine and have an athlete for a cardiovascular workout just swim against the water, almost like an endless swim. We can turn it up to, at max velocity. It gets pretty tough. We can also drop this treadmill in here. We can have the athletes run against it, run against the current on the treadmill. And within the pool, you can't see, there's several different levels, there's different steps on the side of the pool. We can have athletes do plyometric exercises, we can have athletes do jumping, bounding, things like that. All right, so here we have our treatment area. We're very fortunate. We have 8 treatment and evaluation tables, soft top tables. This is kind of where we just do whatever treatment that might be necessary, whether it's pre-practice, post-practice, post-injury, if maybe you're just sore. The services we have are pretty much top-notch. We offer electrical stimulation here, ultrasounds, cryotherapy. Hydrotherapy, moist heat packs. We also utilize game-ready machines, which are basically a cold compression unit as well, similar to the Normatec that we have. All of our athletic trainers also utilize instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, which basically our athletes refer to as scraping, if you heard scraping. We have two athletic trainers on staff who are certified in dry needling as well. We utilize that, and we also utilize cupping amongst all the other massage techniques that we might have. So this is where a lot of our athletic trainers really utilize a lot of their skill and a lot of their expertise, and this is where athletes really benefit from having their own personal athletic trainer. Again, just referencing one athletic trainer with 2 teams. Here we have our hypervolts. What these are percussive massagers. We have various instruments for kind of what we call soft tissue work. We also use a car buffer. A lot of our track athletes love it just because of the percussive nature, the way that it vibrates. It kind of helps loosen up some of the muscles. You know, if they're sore, it's literally a massage. We also have it's a vibrating foam roll. Our athletes love that. It's the same thing, soft tissue work. You know, it's kind of a superficial massage, if you will. We have our what's called a hypersphere here, which is kind of the same thing. It's a little bit more specific than a foam roll would be. You can kind of isolate one specific area. And here we have our blood flow restriction machine. It's called a Katsu machine, that brand is. Blood flow restriction has been huge for us as far as athletes who are coming back from post-surgery who are not allowed to weight bear. What it does is it'll simulate a very strenuous workout with not a whole lot of strain. So you're able to be, on a table, you're able to do, 10 reps, might feel like 50 reps. It's been really instrumental in a couple of our athletes coming back from post-surgery and come back from very serious injuries. Hope you enjoyed your tour today. Thanks for joining us. Again, I'm head athletic trainer Joey Tamburo. Hope to see you guys soon. Go Braves.